Hi everybody, Kathy Fray here from Motherwise, coming to you with another webinar podcast. And today's topic is all about what are those essential and non-essential equipment that we need for breastfeeding. And there's a lot of misunderstanding about what different things are and what their purpose is. So I'm just going to run over these very quickly. Just a reminder as well that we do a much sort of longer deep dive into our topics as part of the Essential Basics program, where people join, sorry, I just got distracted. So when people sign up to be part of our membership, and they get 24/7 access to the online Q&A library, which has got hundreds and hundreds of questions, really good for 3 o'clock in the morning, and when everything's kind of going to custard. And then, of course, you get access to the full-length webinars and podcasts, etc., and some other really great downloads and things. So anyway, but let's get on to this. So this is just like a little mini webinar, but still really useful information for you on what equipment should you get for breastfeeding. So let's just run over those quickly with you. And some of them you may or may not have heard of, and I'm going to talk a little bit quickly. So firstly, hydrogel disc pads. Look, these are absolutely one of my most favourite products, especially for first-time mums. And when they've got those virginal nipples that are going to get a bit of a thrashing in the next week or so, especially at the beginning. I would recommend that you basically buy a packet of them. Usually they come in like a sort of a 10 pack of 5 pairs, and get them at about 30 or 32 weeks in your pregnancy, so you've already got them all ready. The biggest problem with hydrogel disc pads is people buying them 2 or 3 days later than they really optimally should have been using them. So they're just wonderful, and they basically help your nipples heal in between breastfeeding, and they're very cooling and relieving. Breast shells. Now, that is what we used to use a lot before hydrogel disc pads came along. But certainly breast shells are an old-fashioned gadget, but jeepers, they're awesome. And they're like a hard disc that goes over your nipples inside your bra, so that your nipples themselves are not touching anything at all except air, and really, really great for somebody who's got very, very sore nipples. So sometimes it can be a case of of breast shells in your bra during the day, and using perhaps the hydrogel disc pads overnight. You can't use breast shells when you're lying down, because once you see the structure of them anatomically, you'll realise that they don't function that well. You'll leak everywhere. Okay, nipple shields. Nipple shields are like a Mexican sombrero hat that goes over top of your nipples, and they are certainly purchased by way too many women, buying them thinking that they're good for sore nipples. That's not really their purpose. They're really for women who have very flat or even inverted nipples, and they're a temporary sort of crutch to use as your baby gets used to breastfeeding, and so do you. Get used to helping your baby learn how to latch to your nipples. And really, I would say don't be using those unless a lactation consultant has said to you, or a midwife has said to you, look, this is the right product for you. Pre-sterilized disposable bottle bags, they go inside the bottles when you are expressing. Quite good, because you can kind of just put them back into a bottle for defrosting. You can store them in the bottles, so they're just kind of a bit useful. U-shaped pillow that you put around your tummy so that you can hold on to the baby comfortably. Really great, really good for breastfeeding support, because it's a huge part of your day at the beginning. If you think that you're doing around sort of 8, 9, 10 feeds a day, which each can take 20, 30, 40 minutes, that's like 10 hours a day of breastfeeding, and you want to have really good back support. But certainly it should be something that really by about 1 to 2 months after having a baby, you shouldn't be kind of needing it anymore. By that stage, your baby's got better support, and the feeds are a lot quicker. And then the last sort of couple of things I'll mention is nursing bras and nursing clothing. I would recommend always that you get professionally fitted by a really experienced lady in the local brassiere shop at around about 8 months pregnant, and let her professionally fit you to the right fit. She should know about how much allowance to allow for engorgement, and get yourself really, I'd recommend a minimum of 2 or preferably 3 really good strong day bras and some nice soft ones for overnight. It is very common for women to need to be wearing a bra overnight, because inside that bra will be some nursing pads, because often we leak overnight and we don't really want to be waking up to going, oh my gosh, I've got to change the sheets again because I've leaked all over the sheets. So if you're anything like me, it was so long as I was breastfeeding, I needed to wear a bra overnight. And anyway, good support, I guess, for our full puppies. Anyway, so that's everything for today, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your week, and join us for another time on another day for a live webinar or podcast. See you later, everybody. Bye.